Hi, my name is Christina, and I'm co-founder of Spellbound. We create a mobile platform that brings paper children's books to life. The problem is that children do not choose books as a playtime activity. This is not a choice during free playtime. And as they get older, they read less and less. This is a problem for parents who care about educational development of their children. This is also a problem for publishers because these number of minutes per day spent in front of screens are not spent in front of ebooks. And the 30 minutes is a bedtime ritual, having children read books by parents, and this stops about age 6. The idea is that we bridge the gap between the technology that kids love to have in their hands at all times and the paper books that parents know and trust. Our focus is on the content, is on creating augmented experiences that will help kids, one, remember what they read, and two, develop literacy concepts. So the idea is that it's making it fun to engage with the paper books and developing their skills at the same time. Our big vision is to create the marketplace for all the best augmented reality experiences for kids' books. What Kindle did for ebooks, gathering it in one place, so whether you're an educator or a parent, you know where you can go to get a trusted augmented experience for the book. So I'll show you a little bit about what it does. Oh, I have sound. That's crazy. So imagine a child going to their bookshelf and pulling down their favorite story. They open the pages of the book and hold up mom's smartphone. The characters can literally jump out of the page. They can come out 2D, 3D. They can talk to the child. They can read the child a story. The characters aren't confined to the pages of the book. They can leave and go sit down on the child's bookshelf, move around the environment. The child can even touch the paper page of the book, a word on the paper page of the book, hear it pronounced, hear a definition being read, or see images that are going to help them understand what they are reading. Video goes on and on. One thing that we're really focused on, it's very different designing augmented experiences for children than for adults. There's not only a physical difference, the length of the arms, the size of their hands, how they manipulate and hold the device, how they set off triggers. But children are also fearless and willing to experiment with anything, try different angles. So we spend a lot of time as an early startup watching kids use our app, watching it in the home setting as well as in the classroom setting, because those are very two different types of uses. We're more than just an augmented reality app. I think I've already said this, but our vision is to collect all the best AR experiences. So what we do is we work with publishers and authors, and if we're reproducing their characters, we work with them to get permission to do that, get rights for that. We might be paying royalties back to them. We create the experiences, put it in our app, put it on our platform, and sell it directly to parents. We can sell per title. We can have a monthly subscription. We also provide license to hospitals, schools, and libraries who want to use it en masse. And we also provide a way for publishers or authors to sell their books directly through our app. So we work with booksellers, existing distribution channels, to provide the paper component to our augmented experience. And as an early startup, we have many models. We also offer software as a service to publishers. We started this company in November of last year. We've been developing out our platform, specifically focusing on the educational interactions and building partnerships with publishers and independently publishing authors, a population that is greatly underserved in the digital space and that we've had an enormous amount of interest with. In fact, we'll be launching an Indiegogo campaign this month, bundling our app with a book that we're printing with an independently publishing author to start getting our concept out there, getting people using it, and collecting data about that so that we can use it to further develop the product. Our big vision is really to using the device that kids will experience that augmented book with, is to allow them to create their own experiences on top of the book, like the earliest forms of fan fiction, where they can take a photo of themselves and insert themselves as a character, or continue the story after the book is over, mix characters from different books, really engage in imaginative play with the book that's developing those crucial educational concepts for them. So Altality is the company, Spellbound is the product, and our mission is to help kids develop a lifelong love of reading and books. So we're demoing in Startup Alley today, so if you want to come by and play with the app, we'd love to have feedback and to meet you. Thank you.
So questions for Christina? Up in the front.
Yeah, I'm going to use my turn. You have an outdoor voice, but I'll use my theater voice. Exactly. Stop that train. What's important about the physical book? And what is important about the virtuality? And what is uniquely important about putting them together? I mean, I know it's an obvious question, but I mean, what is it that is it doing?
I think it's a good question. It's not so obvious as you might think. There's been lots of research done about the benefits of actually kids continue to engage with paper books that develop certain skills that are maybe not educational, but more social skills like empathy that ebooks don't develop. So there's something about physically engaging, a tactile engagement with a paper page and moving it and turning it that has added benefits. The other thing is, in our age range that we're starting at 4 to 8, ebooks sales are flat. This is not a good digital solution. There's not a great way of combining images and text for this age group where that's crucial for them to understand the story. And so having this combination of the physical object that is still being bought and sales are growing, still on shelves, given gifts by parents and grandparents, with this technology that provides a good digital solution, a good means of engagement, a multidimensional engagement with that book, triggering other ways of remembering what went on in the story. That's why those two things are important to go together. Did I answer it?
I understand the market and everything. I'm not really asking about that or about existing habits. I'm really understanding how are you seeing and taking advantage of those unique qualities that you get from the physicality and the virtuality and interacting. How are you doing it besides just tracking them together or just triggering them together? Where is that? What are you discovering in where this is going to take it more than just putting two and two together? The sum of the parts.
I'm not sure I'm exactly understanding your question in terms of, so how we're developing it is watching kids use it. One, and letting them generate the idea about how the technology should be applied to the paper books, how they explore content, how they engage with the content themselves. So we spend a lot of time in kindergarten classrooms or in home settings trying to understand how children are understand the technology, how they move between a physical object and a screen, for example.
Are you working with any specific instructional strategies that are taking advantage of the grounded research in the tangible manipulatives as versus the dynamic digital arena you're working with?
We're just starting to form some strategic partnerships that way. We work with teachers and educators, literacy specialists who help us develop that aspect. We're a technology company. We don't have expertise there in-house. We're also forming partnerships with publishers who have that in-house. They're K-12 specialists, so we already have that. They already have that type of knowledge. And the third partnerships we're trying to form are with researchers in psychology, media specialties, so that we can help understand that are we really changing outcomes, educational outcomes, by combining these two things. So this is still in early stages of development. Thank you.
Awesome, great question. You can tell who's the educators in the room, right? So great stuff. Any other questions for Christina? No, okay, so a round of applause.